Already we're in the truck. We're just getting back. Me and Jolene spent the day in court. It's 5:34 here. We're just coming back into Canning. Jolene's got her nice dress jacket on. I got my plaid shirt on and dressed fairly clean for court purposes. But now we're headed back to the house. Colton spent the day welding up the bottom of the sills or the rockers on the 34. Basically, we're going to go back and just take a look and see how he held the ship down, seeing where we was not there. I want to see what he got done. Colton took off early also, so I'm not expecting everything to be done. But today's the day that Colton gets his big perm. He's going to get a perm. Oh yeah, it's Friday. So we're just going to book a home. We'll go walk around the car. We'll see what he done. We'll go from there. But it's been a pretty, what can I say, blood, adrenaline rushing day being in court. I was told a few times, be quiet, Mr. Hiltz. Sometimes I have a hard time with that, especially when I know that someone is lying. You know, you go to court and you think that, you know, everybody's going to tell the truth. Man, I'm telling you, it's sometimes where you get the biggest lies ever is in court. But I didn't lie. I know Jolene didn't lie, but I know who did, and every one of them did, that's for sure. I can promise you that. I put my hand right on the Bible and say it. They all lied. But it's not up for us to decide whether they lied or not. It's up to the judge. And I hope the judge, I cross my fingers and hope to God that the judge has seen through the foolishness. But we'll deal with that another day. We'll let you know what happens, maybe. We'll see what happens. We won't get a judgment until 2 or 3 weeks in the mail, maybe. I'm thinking that's what the judge...
I have to submit my final arguments by June 6th, and then he said it takes a few months after that.
So we got a final argument because the court took so long, and then he'll give us our judgment. And whatever it is, you basically got to be happy with it because that's how it goes. But we're back in Canning. It's busy here in Canning Friday because everybody wants to get their drinks and their toddies and a pizza and something to eat and all that sort of stuff. But we're on our way home. This is called the Canning Monument. We're going up to the look-off, and then that's where the house is. Took me for a drive yesterday in his Pontiac, and we hit these bumps right here, and I'll tell you, it actually took the bumps better than the Suburban does. It just kind of floated right over top of them. There wasn't a bunch of noise, there wasn't a bunch of anything. It was really good. Lost his hubcap. I think he's a bit upset about that, but it's his car, that's his worries. I don't have to worry about that. Jolene did a fantastic job today at court. I didn't testify, but she did. I didn't think I had to. We both had the exact same thing to say, but Jolene did really well. Jolene did some of the cross-examination. I did some of the cross-examination. Sometimes it's really hard to know. I guess the really hard thing for me was when you ask the question, they don't answer the question right away. They go around it about a certain way, and I'm thinking, answer the question. Well, sometimes the answer that you're looking for, they're not giving it. It's around about somewhere else and maybe about something else. I'm not sure, but it's frustrating when you ask a question and the person does not answer it the way you feel that it should be answered. And I really had a hard time with that because I wasn't long catching on that he wasn't answering what I was asking, basically. Here in a very few short seconds. We'll win the old shot, take a look around, and then we'll go from there. Grass is nice and green here in Nova Scotia right at the present moment. You can see where Jolene mowed and Colton whippersnipped. Can you ever look at that now? Would you look like a UFO landing around them trees? So Colton's going to look different next time you see him. He's going to have a big perm on. I'm thinking he's going to be...
I'll let you go in first and turn the radio off.
All right, I'll go and turn the radio off. Come on, sweetheart. He did a good job. Rick, I haven't even looked at what he done. He's done a good job, and I'll tell you why. The place is. I like that. He cleaned it all up. Let's just take a little look here. Let's just take a little look. Gotta get down, I do. I don't want to get dirty. I can get down. Okay. Nice. Nice. I was thinking. I seen this. Spot weld there, a spot weld there, a spot weld there, and a spot weld there. I seen that, and I thought, he didn't even weld that all up. But what he has done, he's welded it up so nice. He did a beautiful job. Weld that up all like that, beautiful. And he must have gone back in any little spot that had like a little pinhole or a spot in the weld. He went back and hit it again to make it look like it's perfect when it's ground off. The inside part from here, I told him not to weld it because when we get the car off, we can do a better job welding that. And I'm really happy with the gap all the way through, all the way down to the very back because it fit. It's a really nice gap. It's like it's a gap on the doors. You want a really nice gap in between the chassis and the inside sill. And I would say it's almost perfect to excellent. But you can see how we went back and touched it up again. That's how, when you want to weld something up and make it look nice, you weld it once, you grind it off, and then you fix it again. It's good stuff. Now, this one, he's got welded up and not ground off. He must have ran for a perm, but you can see how he's welded it all the way along from front to back. A nice gap, exact same thing going on this side. It's all not all wobbly and all that sort of stuff. It looks really good. Did not show you yesterday, but this door, we got this door opening now. I cut that free and got that open. The reason being is we had to push in the inside sill to reach that piece. It was quite a time yesterday trying to figure out how to get that perfect gap in between the chassis and the inside sill. This side here was not that bad because when we come over, the metal actually went right to it. The metal was right in place. I'm not sure, but when we put the board underneath and we set it on the frame table here, I think it bent the other side. It pulled that metal out and bent that. That's why we had that issue on the inside of that door, of that inside sill not being straight and running nice with the frame, because I think it was bent because of the piece of wood we had underneath it. On this side, it was really good. But you can see how he's welded that on there. We will have no problem grinding it off. We'll grind it off like the other side. We'll get the inside of the sill done when it's time. So we didn't have anything ready for a video. This door is getting a lot better. You can see now how this is closed in, right? Now we need a piece on the top. And close that off to match the door. It's like I say, it's a match. That door's working really good now. It's actually going really good. I think I showed the inside of this weld up, the inside of this weld up. We have to go to the other side of the door and get the other side of the door welded up. Get that rock and roll. I do have the piece that's on the bottom of the door, and what I think I'm going to have to do is I think I'm going to have to come in and cut that off and go up just a little bit farther. And the reason I'm going to have to go up farther is because when I lay the piece of metal on top of this, it just takes away more of the distance of the gap of the door. So when that piece gets laid on top of there to close that off, I really feel like I'm going to have to come in and snip the bottom of the door off again and just bring it up a little bit tiny further. Rock and roll, make it work good. But it's going good. Also, this is another thing I want you to look at. Step back, please, sweetheart. Look at this part. I think this is really nice how this, we channeled it an inch. So I'm thinking that the inch, we got it down just where the frame is nice, and then it just starts to show the frame coming up. I'm not sure what it originally looks like, but I'm sure it was an inch higher than that. And on the other side, it looks exactly the same. I like how it's channeled just that much, because it almost, if you're not down, the chassis would be hidden in the back. If you are a 34 Ford guru, you would know that the car is channeled, because originally it would not go down that far. We are going to make a video soon of the side curtains. We're not there yet, but Colton has done all the work on the side curtains. Cut a piece out, welded the piece in, he's body filled it, He's done all the work to it to make these side curtains. And these side curtains had vents in them on 34. I want two for the 34. Like I said before, the one with the roof that we made for the 34 Cabriolet, he's made the sides for it. He's done a good job. Done a fantastic job, actually. He's doing really good. What am I going to say? Maybe we should wrap this up. And the reason being we're going to wrap this up is because Jolene's going to try to get it loaded, get it on the computer for 6. If we can do that, that's what we'll do. But I want to thank everybody for coming back. We really appreciate it. We had a day in court. Colton did some work. I'm really happy with that. I'm happy that you come back for 6. Put a like in, put a subscribe in, ring my bell, be my friend. Have a great day and have a great weekend. I think we won court.